Back on Morning Drive, 9 years after making her pro debut as a 15-year-old at the ShopRite LPGA Classic, Lexi Thompson eagled the 18th hole to win last year's event. Final round 67, enough for a one-shot win over Jung-Yoon Lee 6, and was her 11th career victory on the LPGA Tour. And with that, we say good morning to Lexi. Always great to spend a few minutes with you. I know you've been hanging out with your pup, Leo. These are such strange times, Lexi. How have you been keeping yourself busy during this era of COVID-19?
Yeah, it's very strange times right now. Some days it doesn't seem real. I've just been trying to keep myself busy. I've been lucky enough that I'm a member at Turtle Creek up in Martin County, which is about 45 minutes away from me. So I've been going there quite a bit practicing when all the other courses were closed, and now Trump International reopened. So I've been going out there quite a bit as well, and just working out at home 2 times a day. So keeping myself as busy as I can.
Well, speaking of close, you closed like a champ last year at the ShopRite, eagling the final hole. When you think back on that victory, what was the key in your mind?
Honestly, I played really well that week. I didn't hit many drivers. I only hit a few drivers the whole week just because it gets super windy there. So it's all about controlling your ball flight. And the last day, I didn't even look at a leaderboard until 17th green. So I just figured going into the last hole, it's obviously a birdie hole, especially with that downwind. So I was playing pretty short. And I ended up eagling it, which, I never thought. I was just saying on my last putt, I'm like, just make sure you get it there and give it a chance. And once I hit it, I was like, okay, hit the hole. And I think just the key was just focusing on my own game, staying in the moment, focusing on my routine. And, it's a special memory because I made my pro debut there as well. So it has a lot of great memories for me there at the ShopRite.
Well, your title defense would have been this week, now, of course, postponed till the fall. When you think about returning to the LPGA Tour, Lexi, where do you kind of sit on the scale of, I'm over this, let's go, I'm ready to return, versus, you know what, I have some trepidation, I'm a little nervous about returning?
I would say more of the first one. There's obviously a little worry. I'm going to try to drive as much as I can once we do start going, hopefully very soon. So I'm going to drive as much as I can, but I'm ready. I was going into this year, I was saying that I had too little of time off. I only had about 2 weeks after the Shark Shootout there in December before we teed up at Diamond Resorts, and now I ended up having an extra 4 months off. So it's been too long of a break, but it's very understandable for what has been going on in the world right now. But I'm definitely ready. I feel good about my game, and I'm ready for competition.
Well, Lexi, last week it was announced that if players wish to play without caddies, you'll be able to do so. How much consideration have you given that when you return?
If caddies are an option, I always want my caddy to be there. I work with Lexi Thompson, and he's always my best friend out there, and he helps me out so much out on the golf course. It's not that I can't get my own numbers. I mean, I don't carry a yardage book or anything, so I basically just get up to my ball and hit it. But I rely a good amount on a caddy just being there for me and just helping me, throughout shots, talking out shots. But I know I can do it on my own, but I just prefer having Benji by my side.
Well, you played so well at the beginning of the season. Before the hiatus, you had a tie for 15th, a tie for 7th. You said you've been playing well of late. How would you describe the state of your game? Are you sharp? Are you rusty? Where would you put it?
Yeah, I had a good start to the season there in Orlando and Boca. I worked really hard in the off season. There was a few swing changes that I wanted to work on just to help me get more consistent with my ball striking, and I feel like it was working really well, and I've been working on that continuously right now. So my game's definitely in a good spot, but I'm just continuing to work on it and be ready for when we do get started back up.
I'll tell you something, Lexi. To watch you hit driver is something to behold. And I would imagine if I was one of your peers playing alongside you, it would be pretty intimidating. How much do you relish having that as a weapon in your arsenal?
I don't think about when I'm over a driver, I look, intense or intimidating to other players. I don't think about that. Honestly, I've always swung really hard at the ball growing up with 2 older brothers, trying to outdrive them and compete with them from the same tees. I've always just known to swing fast. But, over drivers, I'm just thinking, okay, nice steady tempo, don't overswing, because every time I overswing, I end up hitting it worse and out of control. So I try really not to think about that. But I love hitting my driver. It's my favorite club in the bag, so I definitely like to take advantage of it when I can.
It's been amazing watching your career, Lexi. You're just 25 years of age, but you've been around for a long time. You've had some incredible highs. You've had some challenges as well. How do you deal with all the expectations and everything that people want out of your game?
Yeah, it was definitely tough, turning pro at the age of 15 and hearing all the expectations from everybody, and people that doubted me or what people expected from me. But I think when you make big decisions like that, or with your game and any athlete in general, I think it's just really key to focus on your own game and your own determination, your hard work, and put your goals on a piece of paper, long-term, short-term, and just really focus on yourself, nobody else's expectations, because you can't please everybody. You just have to work hard for your goals and see where that takes you. I mean, that's all you can do. You can't try to make others proud of you. You just have to work hard and go after what you want.
Well, you have a lot of golf left, a lot of life left. If you could write the next chapter, say for the next 10 years of your life and career, what would it look like?
Next 10 years? Well, I'm 25, so 35. I take it year by year. Next year's will be a really big year with Olympics, Solheim Cup, and just a lot of tournaments in general. So next year will be a very big year. Anytime I can represent my country, I want to be on that team. So Olympics is definitely my number one goal, to be on that team representing. But other than that, 10 years, I want a family. That's definitely in my future. I think, there's more to life than golf. So, but I want to accomplish a lot on the golf course as well. So, a little bit on both sides. I take it tournament by tournament, and honestly, on the personal side, day by day.
We've accomplished so much already, Lexi. Thanks for your time. Stay safe. Look forward to speaking to you down the road.
Yes, thank you.